Over the past 7 days, I've been asking myself, what truly makes someone exceptional? What makes someone greater than the rest? What makes someone called the richest man on earth? What makes someone push themselves to the point of conquering the entire earth by the age of 30? I think by the age of 30, there's some people who don't even have a beard. What makes someone fight for over 46 years to liberate their country from complete tyranny and also foreign dictatorship? I found the answer to this particular question, and the answer is not what you might expect. Urgency. Urgency, or in a simpler term, pressure. Pressure is what takes someone from mediocre to the absolute best in their field. So welcome back to Strive. I'm your host, Longatia, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the ultimate motivator, the missing piece in your puzzle to take you from mediocre to the absolute best, to the higher echelon of your field, and that is pressure, or a sense of urgency. I'll be able to explain why pressure or a sense of urgency is important. You'll be able to understand what it is, and also at the same time, you'll be able to understand why it's important, and also you will learn how to take advantage of this absolute thing, which most people don't actually understand, but you do have it. You understand, you've always felt pressure, you've always felt this sense of urgency, but you don't really understand what it is and how to take advantage of it. But I'm going to teach you how to use this so we can become better, stronger, smarter.
I'm stronger, I'm smarter, I'm better, I am better.
So why is pressure the ultimate thing that you need to be able to take you from mediocre to the absolute best, to be able to be top 1% in your field? Why is it very important? I'm getting confused up here, so sorry. Okay, so why is it very important to have pressure or a sense of urgency in your life? So there's a quote from Marcus Aurelius that reads, "Let each thing that you do, say, or intend be like that of a dying person." This is one of the things that actually inspired the creation of this episode. I was taking my very precious time to be able to create this episode, and I was scrolling through printers and I happened to find this, and it was like boom, this is the particular thing that I want to cover in this particular episode. So imagine this: you only had 6 months to live. You only have 6 good months to live, and for sure it was just 6 months. And the only way to expand your lifespan from 6 months to maybe a year and maybe 2 years is to accomplish the thing that you needed to accomplish or you wanted to accomplish by the start of this year. That's the only way you can expand your lifespan. How much more work would you put in? Would you do anything that is not helping you in the accomplishment of your particular goal? Would you do anything that is not helping you achieve that goal? Because your life is at stake. You are losing time by indulging in things that really don't help you. Now imagine this: 6 months is actually better. Having 6 months is actually better, because if I were to ask you, do you know when you're going to die? Would you answer me? Absolutely not. You don't know when you're going to die. You don't know when you're going to breathe your last breath. So it makes it even more scarier, because you could die tomorrow after listening to this video, for at whichever point you're going to listen to it. You're going to die at any particular point and you can't stop it. Imagine that. This perspective makes everything feel all the more precious. What you do, everything that you do, even your breath that you're taking at this particular point sounds even more or feels even more precious in a way. So having this unique perspective, this sense of impending doom, gives you a unique perspective towards life. It helps you understand and become a better judge towards what is the most important thing at this particular point. What is the most important thing that you need to do at this particular point? Will this thing help me in the accomplishment of my goal? It will help you stop wasting time. It will help you commit every ounce of your energy towards your work. And also you'll be able to save precious energy by avoiding pointless arguments and activities. Now, I'm not saying not have fun or not take breaks, not at all. But what you need to do is to filter everything that you do, every fun activity, everything that you do, every interaction with a cost-benefit analysis. Is this particular thing that I'm doing helping me in the accomplishment of my goal? if your particular goal at this point is to relax, is it helping me relax? Is it helping me to release tension? Is it healing my body, my mind, and also allowing me to enjoy myself at this particular time? Or is it depleting the already scarce time that I have? Is it depleting my various progress I've had? Because if you go clubbing for an entire night, it will destroy your progress, even if it's not a lot, minimally. If you go weekly and then you go daily, for the people who go daily, it will slowly reduce your progress. So some of the good things that you can do, I advise everyone to drink water. I have been having a habit of not taking water, so yeah, shout out to my girlfriend too for helping me do that. So yeah, so you should filter everything with a cost-benefit analysis. For example, the good things that you can be able to do to help you relax at the same time, preserve the progress that you've had, can be meditating. I will be putting out a lot of guides in the incoming future about how to meditate well, how to be able to meditate for maximum benefits and stuff like that. It will be a lot of stuff we're going to be putting out in this particular podcast. In the brand, we're going to be building it and expanding it to other areas. But other than that, meditating is super, super good. I watch movies to be able to, number one, release and enjoy myself and release the tension, and also at the same time to learn, to escape this very stressing and repetitive world, and to just place myself and enter into another realm of relaxation. At the same time, you can do other things. You can still go to the club and do other things, but you just have to control yourself. So you can't lose the progress that you've had over the days that you've been working. So you have to have that cost-benefit analysis. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying don't have fun. Again, have fun with a cost-benefit analysis. Remember that, cost-benefit analysis. So the concept of impending doom, or approaching day by day, and the fact that your body is oozing and decaying every hour, every second, because that's what's happening. Your body is decaying every hour, every second. It is scary. It's a very intense mindset, not even a mindset, it's an intense feeling to be carrying around. And there's something that I did, or a mindset shift, or an attitude that I placed in my mind that helps me carry out all these activities that I do with this sense of I might die at any particular point. And also, before I go into that attitude shift, there's this thing called memento mori. Remember, you must die. It's from Marcus Aurelius. You have to remember that your time on this earth is absolutely limited. So anything that you do should be done with the concept of a dying person. You are going to die. I just want to remind you that you are going to die at any particular point. So you have to do everything that you're doing right now with the mindset of someone who is going to die. You are oozing and decaying. What you're going to do this year, you might not be able to do it next year because maybe your strength has depleted. Especially when you get at 30, especially the ladies. The ladies tend to not degrade, but go down in strength and also in biological capabilities, unlike men. Men tend to, I don't want to say rot, but let's say rot a bit at the age of 30. But apart from that, you should always keep the memento mori in mind. Memento mori, the concept that you will die. So this attitude shift that helps me carry this burden, or this intense burden of remembering that I'm going to die, is called a fuck it attitude.
Fuck it. Fuck them. Fuck the rules. Fuck your rules, man.
A fuck it attitude is absolutely important in life. It's very important. It's when you accept the inevitable and choose that I'm going to be strong and I'm going to choose to meet that inevitable end in a glorious way. It's understanding that if I die, or if I mess up with this interview, if I mess up with the tryouts to this competition, if I mess up with this girl when I'm going to approach, if I mess up with this business opportunity that I have, if I mess up, if I look stupid, if I get embarrassed, if I die, if I die, then so be it. But I'm going to meet that end with courage and in a glorious manner. And that's why we remember certain people. We remember people like Nelson Mandela because they chose to risk it all, knowing that they will die, but still they will push through and liberate their country from tyranny. They will push through regardless of what they're going to sacrifice. And even if they are going to make a huge loss, even if you're going to die, they don't really care. At least I tried. And I'm going to meet that inevitable end in a glorious manner. So that's what you should do. That's the attitude that you carry around. It is what it is. It is what it is. If it happens, let it happen. And so be it. So this attitude will help you push through certain obstacles that most people really choke around. They can't, there's certain obstacles that people really can't push through. And that fuck it attitude and say, well, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. And you just go. That mentality of saying, just fuck it. Okay. Let anything happen. If it happens, then so be it. That's cool. That's the attitude that will help you push further than anyone in your field, than anyone in your particular field. And that is something I live for, I live by, and I stand strong with it. And it also helps you carry this intense burden of knowing you are going to die and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So now we know the most important thing, which is pressure. Pressure is the most important, or a sense of urgency. Doing it now, do it now, do it now, do it now, or else time is limited. You're going to die. So this sense of urgency or pressure is the most important thing that you need in order to become exceptional or the top 1% in your field. Applying yourself that pressure, pushing yourself even harder, accepting what is going to come and pushing through regardless of the inevitable end which is going to face us. That is what you need to be exceptional in any field. So let me give you one practice that I usually do to cultivate pressure in my life. And that particular practice is raising the stakes. What do you stand to lose if you don't do this work? What do you stand to lose if you don't do what you're going or what you need to do? There's this thing with movies. Movies tend to have something beautiful with them. The thing with movies, it's actually it takes a boring film can go from 50 to 100 by just doing one thing, raising the stakes. The reason you care about a film, the reason you remember a film is because the stakes. What was the protagonist going to lose if they didn't do a particular thing? What were they going to do that is going to injure them so badly? Are they going to get trapped in a dream like Inception? Are they going to live in mediocrity like in Fight Club? Or are they going to lose the entire world to a significant villain? What are they standing to lose? That's called stakes. It's what makes you care about a particular film. So, in your case, it might look like this. If I don't do the work, it means I'm proving my haters right, that I can't do it. If I don't put in the work, it means I will regret not pushing myself to the capability I know I can. If I don't push myself to do this work, it means I'm letting the people who believed in me down. So who do you stand to disappoint if you don't do this work? It might be your girlfriend, it might be your mom, it might be your dad, it might be your whatever. Who is it that you stand to disappoint? Is it your co-workers? Is it your boss? Is it the entire company itself that you're working for or you're leading? Is it your business? What do you stand to lose if you don't do this work? Raise the stakes, my friends. Raise the stakes. Raise the stake. Put pressure on yourself. Is it being left behind by your competitors? And I'm not saying competition is bad. Competition is absolutely good. We as men need to compete because me building a good life, me seeking views, me looking for value or a certain audience that I can curate to be, part of my brand, we're all competing. We are competing for competition in the internet as creators. We are competing for resources because resources are finite. And the best and the most adapted people, they are the ones who get rewarded. This is a system that has been even in the primordial times, in the ancient times. It has always been like that. The strongest get to survive. Mother Nature chooses the strongest, and those are the ones who adapt and become better. So, this one thing, raising the stake, is what pushes even the best men on earth to become what they need to do. CR7 pushes himself because he does not want to prove the haters that he is less. No, he wants to maintain the image in people's mind that he is the best. Okay, you might argue living for other people is not good, but still, in his mind, he knows he's the best, and he has to prove to himself that I am the best, raising the stakes. If I don't, I lose to myself. That's Series 7. For Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Meta, Facebook, and stuff like that, if he doesn't work and stop innovating, 67,000 people lose a job. 67,000 people lose a job and they will not be at work. If Elon Musk stops working and innovating and putting in the work, he risks not paying a salary of 1.3 billion USD to his 127,000 workers in all his companies. Imagine that. Imagine the pressure that this particular person has. Now, what you stand to lose and what I stand to lose is completely different, because my wants and your wants are completely different. So, my wants and your wants are completely different. What I stand to lose is completely different from what you stand to lose. So you might be an entrepreneur and I might be an athlete competing for a place in the Olympics. My wants and your wants and what we stand to lose are completely different. So what's most important is you need to pick your, number one, the accomplishment that you're deeply emotionally tied to. What are you emotionally tied to? What is your accomplishment that you're mostly tied to? And then after that, you connect it and you find the stakes that are at play. What do you stand to lose? If I don't make money, my company goes down and people sleep hungry. If I don't work hard in my Olympics, I get to not make the impact that I wanted to make for my country or for Kenya.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge. One giant leap for human endeavour. And you know, Kipchoge was right. No human is limited.